Hey everyone. Like Chuck mentioned, today we're going to be talking about how we're going to ship a beautiful, well-designed search experience uh, very quickly, under 10 minutes, using Supabase and our new front-end component library built on top of InstaSearch called SiteSearch. But first, let's go ahead and do some intros. My name is Roger Ximenez. I'm a senior product manager here at Algolia working on the onboarding experience. Paul, you want to do a quick intro?
Sure, yeah. Paul Jankowski. I'm a senior engineer here at Algolia. I work mostly on the crawler, the doc search UI package, our new Ask AI system, and our new site search library.
Yeah, as you can see, Paul's a lot more busier than I am. He's doing a ton. Let's talk about kind of what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be going through our project. Our project's called Brews for You, and going to do a quick overview of what Supabase is. Then we're going to set up the Supabase and Algolia connector. We're going to do a small transformation, and then we're going to install SiteSearch on our web app and extend SiteSearch for our specific needs. So a little bit about the project, Brews for You. I live in Dallas, Texas. Paul lives in Michigan, and we are both kind of fans of good craft beer. And we're getting down to the time of the year where there's new, interesting winter ales and stouts and all that stuff. So we are just thinking, like, hey, is there a way to find different craft breweries that offer interesting beers near us? So we came up with this concept. And so we're going to use SiteSearch to power a search experience on this web app. And you can see right now there is no search experience. Now, going over to how we're going to get that data into Algolia, we're going to use Supabase. But first, what is Supabase? So Supabase is an open source backend platform that's built on top of Postgres. So if you know Postgres, you can quickly really adopt Supabase. You have quick authentication, storage, real-time updates. There's no vendor lock-in. It's a really good platform. And remember, because Algolia isn't a database ourselves, we need a database to get the data and transform it to make it searchable and lightning fast into an index. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into Supabase and kind of look at the data. So here I'm in Supabase, and I'm going to quickly go over to my tables. And because we're doing a kind of beer search experience, I have two different tables, one for beers and one for breweries. Now, I can certainly have two different indices within Algolia, but it probably makes sense to flatten the data so that I can easily use it within a single index. And so I've created a Postgres view called Algolia Beer Search that kind of combines the two elements or the two tables together for my exact needs. So now that I have all the data structured in the way that I need for to make it searchable for my specific use case, I'm going to go ahead and jump into Algolia. So once in Algolia, to use the Supabase connector and get that data from Supabase into Algolia, you're going to want to navigate to the bottom left where it says data sources. You're going to then want to go to connectors. You're going to want to scroll down just a bit and you'll find Supabase with a neat little new label here. We're going to click connect. And so we've tried to make this as easy as possible for everyone. So one of the things that we added was this connect Supabase button. You're going to click it. It's going to ask you to authorize. This is going to essentially authenticate Algolia and Supabase. And once you go back to Algolia, it's going to return the different projects for you to select. So here I have two different projects. The one I'm more interested in right now is Brews for You. So I'm going to click it and then click confirm. And what this is going to do is essentially autocomplete all your database fields. So it's going to autocomplete the host, the port, the database name, username, and password. And all you have to do really now is click create source. Now, what this is going to do is do a check based on the credentials you provided and make sure that you are in fact you and you can connect to this database. Now, we're going to use a transformation based on the data from my table within Supabase. So within our Bruce for You web app, we want to be able to navigate to a product details page. And we also want to be able to have geolocation search so that when I'm searching, I'm not finding breweries thousands of miles away. I find breweries near me. Some of that data may need to be transformed to meet what Algolia specifically is looking for. And likewise, the URL to get to the product details page isn't going to be found directly in the database. So we're going to use transformation. I'm going to transform without code. And to make this a little quicker, I am going to use a quick, 1 second. Just a quick little bit of text for my AI assist, telling it, hey, create a URL attribute based on some parameters, and then also create a geolock attribute that uses my latitude and longitude attributes. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now, this is a really neat experience because you don't really have to think too much about it. It just automatically does it for you. And here you're going to see the URL attribute, which does exactly what I'm looking for, which is getting the route and the beer ID, and the geolock, which takes the lat and long and formats it exactly how Algolia expects. So this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and click save. And now I'm going to select the index that I want this data to go to. I'm going to click Brews for You. I'm going to create authentication by automatically. This is just saying, hey, how do I creating a new API key just to be able to get that data in. And now I'm going to configure the task. This data is not going to change very often. So I'm going to leave it as every day. I'm going to have partial record updates. That's fine. And then I'm going to select the view at hand. So I'm going to select the Algolia beer search. That's the flattened view that we discussed earlier. And I'm going to use the beer ID as the object ID. Now I'm going to go ahead and click Run Task. And this is usually very, very quickly. So you can see there, done in just a few seconds. Now let's go back to our index. You can see here we already quickly indexed 1,874 records, and I can find the different beers, and I can just start searching for things here, and you can see it returns as we would expect. An important thing, like I mentioned, for being able to look for things geolocation. If I look for, like, for instance, stout, it's winter season, it's time for stouts and porters and all that stuff. If I look for stout, the first result is Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm very far from Anchorage, Alaska. So one way that I can test to make sure that this is working as I expect is using the add query parameter within the dashboard. And so I can click add query parameter, select GeoSearch, select around me, apply, and bam, we have Fort Worth, Texas, Martin House Brewing, which is a fantastic brewery. And this looks exactly like what I'm looking for. So with that, I think we just need to implement the search. Let's go to you, Paul.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Roger. Me bring this up. So yeah, as you can see, we have our website here is a simple Next.js app built using ShadCN and Tailwind CSS. It's meant to display beers, show some beer details if we go here and everything, but it is missing a crucial piece, which is an actual search. So for that, what we're going to use is our new Algolia SiteSearch library. Now, SiteSearch is mostly just a component library built on top of instant search, which powers the entire search engine for us on the UI. And it has quite a few different components. It lives on the ShadCN registry, so it is built with ShadCN as well with Tailwind. So it's perfect for our use case here with React and ShadCN. And I think for our website, we're going to use this drop-down search component. And all we need to do is come down here and grab our little install script and then hop over to our project. And then we can install, since we're already set up with ShadCN. And I'll just take a quick second. Perfect. And now if we come in and we look at our app, we have a new drop-down search component, and all of the code for all of this lives within your project, and you can make whatever modifications you want or need. But I think for today's purposes, all we need to do is come down here to this hero section, right to this conveniently placed comment to add search, and we can come in and we can use our drop-down search experience component. Again, this is coming straight from our own code base. And then all we need is some simple configuration like application ID, which is your Algolia application ID, your API key, which is your Algolia search API key, is a public key. We need our index name. In our case, it would be Brews for You, like Roger set up earlier. And then we also need some basic attributes. And this is the mapping of what SiteSearch on the UI expects to show in the results and everything to your actual record in your index. So for example, we have our primary text, which for us, we're going to use the beer name. We have the secondary text, which we're going to go with probably the brewery name would be the best one. We have a tertiary text, which I think we're going to do the location. And then we have an image. If your records include images, SiteSearch will support that. In our case, we do. And then a URL, which is the URL when a selection is made on a record in the search. And then since we are also in a Next.js app and the drop-down search component uses some client-side stuff, we do need to make this a client component. So if we save that, and then we come back to our browser, and we go back to our Brews for You website, we now have a search bar. If we look, we can search, and we have results, beautiful results here. We can come in, we can go here, we can view fair weather and IPA. But there is one slight issue, much like Roger said earlier, our results are showing in Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm in Michigan, so I probably don't really care too much about beers that are available in Alaska. Luckily, we can fix that. SiteSearch will allow you to add search parameters, and this is pretty much exactly what Roger did in the dashboard earlier. However, his was just for testing purposes, and this will actually apply those changes on our website. So if we do around, lat, long, capital L, lat, long via IP, true, and that's all we need. And if we come back to our browser and I now search for an IPA again, I now get Norm's Raggedy IPA from Griffin Claw Brewery in Birmingham, Michigan. Fantastic brewery, better than anything you're going to find down in Texas. Sorry, Roger. And yeah, and we can come in just as before. We can come here. Now we have Norm's Gateway IPA and everything coming straight from the index. So with that, we have a complete search experience styled to our website, built on top of instant search. Really, that's the thing that's powering all of this. SiteSearch is just UI skin on top. And all that is done within 10 minutes. So perfect. I'll pass it back to you, Roger. Thank you.
Awesome. I don't know about the breweries over there in Michigan, but we're pretty strong over here in Texas. I'll tell you what. But as you can see, everyone, we did it lightning fast. We were able to get our data from Supabase, put it, transform it to our exact needs, get it into Algolia super quickly. Within a few lines of code, we were able to then add a new search experience on our very much needed web app to be able to search for breweries near yourself. So thank you so much for the time. We hope that you enjoy this talk, and we look forward to how you can build using Supabase and SiteSearch in the near future.
Fantastic live demo. Love it. Love it. 10 minutes from view to searchable was amazing. We do have a couple questions coming in if you two have some time. I'm going to start at the bottom here. Is the Supabase connector real time, and does it sync with my database?
So it's a great question. Right now, it is not real time in that the cadence by which you can get data from your Supabase source into Algolia right now is limited to 6 hours. We are actively looking at how we can reduce that time to get it as near real time as possible. But right now, the shortest interval is 6 hours.
Got it. Got it. So if real time is something you're looking for, maybe drop a message in the chat and let us know. Okay, next question. Love this, that AI Assist isn't plain text. It has some pro formas for specifying attributes. Where can I find out more?
Great question. I think our docs would probably be the best place. I don't have anything offhand for that, but within the transformations, you will also have some helpers that will help you figure out what you can do within the transformation itself.
And I'm seeing this is actually from Gary over on our documentation team. I think he was probably fishing for go check out the sweet docs that go along with this. So, all right. And let's see. Oh, Anonymous is asking, can I implement Ask AI with SiteSearch? So do you have Ask AI capabilities within there? For folks that don't know, Ask AI is a piece of our doc search that allows you to sort of have an Ask the Docs capability. Is that available in SiteSearch as well?
Yes, we do. We do have Ask AI capability within SiteSearch. We have a component that will add just normal keyword search along with Ask AI inside of the search inside of a search modal. Sorry. So very similar to like our doc search package now. And then we also are working on a side panel implementation, so like a chat panel type of thing, which is only powered with Ask AI.
Right on. So keep looking for new ShadCN widgets coming soon. Eileen asks, can the Supabase connector look into JSON fields and relational data? Is this? I think this kind of has to do with the view that you built, right, Roger?
Yeah, it's a great question. So you may want to transform the JSON data. So as an example, if you have your data right now as JSON within a specific column, it may not interpret it properly when going into Algolia. So being able to transform that for your needs will probably be the best route. But anything is possible with transformations.
Right on. Yep. Very cool. Well, thank you very much. There's one more thing in here. It just says to bun or not to bun. That is the question, but I don't think that's something we want to get into right here, right now. So I'm going to let you gentlemen leave the stage. I want to thank you again for the amazing demo, and we're going to move on to our next session. Take care.
Thanks, guys.